you beautiful person. Normally we cut out the fluff on this channel and hop right into the tutorials, but I wanted to let you know that you would be the words are hard apparently. So I wanted to let you know that you'll be able to follow along with this tutorial because I put all of the videos that you need to create this effect in the link in the description and the comments below, for free, of course. Okay, let's get into it. First things first, change your lock screen to a black background. We're gonna screen record our phone screen, so changing this to black will help us to isolate the message better. You'll see why in a bit. I would also suggest pressing and holding the lock screen to remove some of these widgets at the bottom so they don't get in the way with the message animation. Since you'll be using a screen recording of an actual message that pops up on the phone, you're gonna have someone text you whatever you want the pop-up message to be. So you can change someone's contact card to be whatever you want to be shown in the pop-up. Then swipe down on your phone and press the screen record button and have them message you whatever you want the message to say, and then end the screen recording. Next, you just film a scene with the phone visible at an angle, and little tip, this effect is gonna look the best if you have the phone on a darker background. So I already color graded the downloadable footage in the link below, so you won't need to do this step, but if you film your own shot, of course that will be the first step that you need to do. Let me re-enable this iPhone screen recording by pressing V, and let's get to cropping out this message. So you can either do that by going to your inspector window, which you can access just by hitting this little icon here and going to the crop section, or by going to this drop-down menu and hitting crop. And you want to crop all the way down to the message, but for the bottom part, we're just gonna go slightly above this white bar. And that's because we want the animation, which animates in, to show up. Now here's why we changed our lock screen to a plain black background. Because if we go to the video inspector, which is this icon, head to blend mode, and change this to screen, it essentially cuts out the black parts of that clip. Now it did kind of wash out our message here, but we're gonna take care of that in a second. For now, let's use the transform tool to increase the size and adjust the position. And you may notice we have these compression artifacts showing up. So what we can do to take that out is head to our effects browser and search Luma Keyer. This is a free built-in effect in Final Cut Pro, which lets you cut out different brightness values in your shot. So you'll see that just by applying it, it actually did a pretty good job. But I think we should take this black point slider here and just push it to the left just a bit more. Head up to your color inspector, and we're gonna go to our midtones exposure slider. This adjusts the brightness of the midtones in our shot, and we're gonna raise the brightness of our midtones, and you'll notice that's bringing back a lot of the opaqueness. Maybe that's not the right word. It's bringing back some of that glass look, but it also is bringing back that compression. So what we can do is then just ping pong our shadows down until we find an amount that keeps the glass look but minimizes those compression plaid artifacts. And we really lost a lot of saturation there, so let's go to our global saturation slider and increase the saturation level of this entire screen recording message. That way we can get our shot, or at least the screen recording shot, to look natural again, for the most part. The next thing you're gonna do is control right click your screen recording and hit new compound clip, or press the shortcut Option G. And the reason we do this, let me press cancel for now, is because if I press the transform tool, the perimeter of this media is way too close to this message. So when we apply the effect that we're gonna apply next, it basically would get cut off at this point, which would look unnatural. So the compound clip will reset this clip's boundary in a way. So you'll see when I press the transform tool, now the boundary box fits the frame. But every time we add something into a compound clip, we'll need to head to our video inspector and adjust that blend mode back to screen. Now for that effect that I was mentioning. So this is a free plugin from my friend Brad West. It is called Glint. This is gonna add a nice kind of techie glow to our message. I'll put the link to it in the description. Once again, it's free, so it's worth the download. And let's just adjust the exposure, perhaps the softness, maybe try adjusting the intensity. And I like the way that's looking, but you can adjust it however you want. Now you may be okay with the way this message is positioned, but I kind of want it to be positioned in a 3D way so it looks like it's in the space with me and the phone. So there are two options. Both are free. You could use the distort tool, which you can access in your inspector window. Just click this little icon and then you can adjust the perimeter points here. But a better way to do it, in my opinion, is to download the free plugin from Ryan Nangle called 3D orientation. And the reason why I like this is because this makes everything even. It keeps everything proportionate. So if we just adjust this to use orientation, we just swing the Y position, you'll see everything swings evenly. That way it looks like it's in the space with the phone. How you do this next step is really going to depend on where you want the message to be animating in from. So if you want it from the center of the screen, you're going to adjust things a bit differently. I'm thinking I want it to pop up from behind the phone, almost like it's coming out from under. So we'll go to our effects browser and we'll type in draw mask. Think of this like scissors for your video or your image or whatever you have on your timeline. So the goal here is to make points around the phone, and you may want to zoom in so you get a better look. You can see the outline a bit better. And by holding Command and dragging out on these points, you can make a curve so it's more natural. And we're actually not going to make points around the entire phone. We're just going to make a perimeter, because then once you connect the points and you go back and forth, you'll see that it is animating from almost underneath the phone, it looks like. And if you want to adjust the feathering so it's more blurred around the edge of the phone to make it look more natural, you just adjust the feather in your inspector window. So now we have a nice little animation here, but we can add a lot of realism by adding a reflection on the phone. So with that pop-up message clip selected, hold Option and drag down. This creates a quick copy in Final Cut Pro. And we're going to make some small adjustments here. So first, just turn off the draw mask. Then head to your effects browser and type in flip. This is another built-in effect in Final Cut Pro. And you'll notice that looks terrible. And we don't want it to look terrible. So go to direction and change this to vertical. That's going to flip it so it looks like it's mirrored, but it's not positioned quite right. So you can go to your rotation parameter here and just swing this. Go to this Y position parameter here and just swing this down. Maybe even pull down here just to swing this to the left a bit. And we're actually going to add a new draw mask. And the reason why is because I want the reflection of this to only be shown on the screen. So we had this popping up behind the perimeter of the phone. I'd like for the reflection to only be shown on the screen because that is most realistic. So we'll type in draw mask again and we'll double click to apply this. And we'll go through the same steps of adding these points around the phone, but this time only around the screen. Once again, remember, hold Command and drag to make curved points around curved sections of what you want cut out. And we'll just adjust the feathering here, feather it in a bit. And let's do two things here to make the reflection a bit more realistic. Head to your effects browser and type in Gaussian blur, another built-in effect in Final Cut Pro, and obviously decrease the amount. It's up to you how much you want to increase or decrease this. I actually think I want to bring that feathering in just a bit, and even head down to the opacity and just make the reflection a bit more opaque or see-through. So here's what we have. Now some of you may be saying, yeah, but what if I wanted to animate back out? What you could do is throw this into a compound clip again by pressing Option G. And once again, you'll have to go to this blend mode, change this to screen. Let's cut off the end of it right about here by pressing Option and right bracket. And let's hold Option and drag up to create a quick copy of this. Go to the retime menu and hit reverse clip. And we only want the animation out for the most part. So we'll press Option and left bracket to trim to the playhead and just move this into position. So now we have the animation in, it stays up for a bit, and then it animates back down. The last thing you could do, other than of course adding sound design to tie everything together, is press Option A to add an adjustment clip. And if you don't know what this does, anything that you add to this layer will affect everything underneath. So if we go to our effects browser and we add the handheld effect, which is another free built-in effect in Final Cut Pro, and we just adjust the parameters here because it starts way too strong, adjust the distance maybe. Now we have some slight handheld camera motion that just adds a bit more dynamism to the sequence. There's a tab in Final Cut Pro that not a lot of editors use, but it is kind of a huge mistake if you don't. So give this video a watch so you can see how it can speed up your editing dramatically. And subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.